Who's to blame for homeless encampments on private property? If you're Seattle, it's not the homeless, it's not the city. It's property owners who should be punished. That is the old Joanne craft store. It's in Seattle's Ballard neighborhood, and for years the area has been overrun by homeless encampments. In the last 4 years, people filed numerous complaints with the Seattle Department of Construction and Inspections about homeless squatters and problems they bring to the area. Here they are, literally, August 2021, on Google Maps. So Joanne's eventually moved out in April after the company went bankrupt, but property owner Sam Hawley knows what can happen to vacant buildings in Seattle. Like, they mysteriously burn down. And since the city appraised his property at a whopping $8.2 million, he'd taken steps to protect and secure it. He told Como News,
"The posts were up, the concrete was drying, and the fencing wasn't up yet."
Until one week in June, he went out of town for a few days, and that's when 15 to 20 people moved into the parking lot. Those unhoused neighbors, yeah, they kept doing drugs out in the open. Naturally, this generated a ton of complaints because the property is across the street from a children's playground at Ballard Commons Park. And since Seattle has made it difficult for property owners to remove encampments, Hawley called the cops. He then invested $30,000 more in a new perimeter fence. But for the Seattle Department of Construction and Inspections, this wasn't enough. The city sent him a letter of property violations that included unauthorized entry, litter, overgrown plants, and graffiti. For the first 10 days of noncompliance, penalties are $150 a day. After that, penalties increase to $500 per day for each violation. Penalties keep adding up too until corrections are done and the housing and zoning inspector has come and confirmed the building is in compliance. But this might be a challenge because I was just told people keep breaking the law to the new gate. The city also sent Hawley a second letter on the same day, telling him that his building is now being monitored for 3 months as part of their vacant building monitoring program. So instead of helping Hawley, the city punishes the victim. Of course, they also charge fees for the monitoring, but those depend on the condition of property at that time. A building with no violations still incurs a $332 fee. A building secured with violations totals $652, and a building open to entry is a $782 penalty. And since the state hasn't screwed you enough, they also charge a 5% technology fee. So the inspector came to look at Hawley's property and found it secured with violations for a total fine of $684.41. He's also being forced to pay $348.98 for a follow-up inspection. Once he's in compliance for 3 months in a row, Hawley will be removed from the monitoring program. You know, the one for his benefit. But it's surprising homelessness still persists here, considering King County recently spent over $200 million to purchase 11 hotels for the homeless. So why would anyone want to own commercial property in Seattle?